I'm about to tell you something that might hurt, but if you're watching this, you're ready to hear it. Most men today are walking around in grown bodies with boy mentalities. And the worst part? They have no idea. They wonder why relationships fail, why people don't respect them, why success feels impossible. The answer is staring them in the face every morning in the mirror. So let's fix that. Here are 6 brutal truths that separate real men from boys. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one you are. Number 1, real men own their failures. Boys blame the world. Let me paint you a picture. A boy loses his job. He immediately starts the blame game. It was his toxic boss, the company politics, the economy, his co-workers who sabotaged him. He'll spend hours, days, weeks talking about how unfair it all was. He's the victim in his own story, and victims never win because victims have no power. Now watch a real man in the same situation. He gets fired. First thing he does? Takes a hard look at himself. What could I have done better? Did I bring my best every day? Did I communicate effectively? Were there signs I ignored? He's not letting others off the hook if they were wrong, but he's focused on the only thing he can actually control, himself. Here's what most people don't understand. Taking responsibility isn't about accepting blame for everything. It's about accepting power over everything. The moment you stop blaming external factors is the moment you take your power back. Because if it's not your fault, then you can't fix it. But if you own even 1% of the problem, that's 1% you can improve. Real men live by this code. If it's to be, it's up to me. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't wait for someone else to save them. They understand that they are the author of their own story. And that level of ownership changes everything. People feel it. They trust it. They respect it. Because everyone is tired of excuses. We're all looking for someone who just handles business. Number 2, real men have mastered their emotions. Boys are slaves to them. This is where most guys completely miss the point. They think being a man means being emotionless, stone cold, never showing weakness. That's not strength. That's cowardice dressed up as masculinity. Real emotional strength looks completely different. A boy gets angry and he explodes, punches walls, yells at people he loves, breaks things. Then later he says, "I couldn't help it, I just lost control." No, brother, you chose not to have control. There's a massive difference. A boy gets rejected and he crumbles. He stalks her social media for months. He drunk texts at 2 a.m. He badmouths her to friends. He can't regulate himself because he never learned how. His emotions control him like a puppet. Real men? They feel everything just as deeply. Maybe even more. But they've done the work to understand their internal landscape. When anger rises, they notice it. They feel it in their chest, their jaw, their fists. And instead of reacting, they pause. They breathe. They ask themselves what's really going on beneath the anger. Usually it's hurt, fear, or feeling disrespected. When sadness comes, they don't hide from it. They don't numb it with alcohol or distractions. They sit with it. They process it. Maybe they talk to someone they trust. Maybe they journal. Maybe they just let themselves feel it fully until it passes. Because they know that emotions are like weather. They come, they're intense, and they pass. But only if you let them move through you instead of getting stuck. This is the game changer. When you master your emotions instead of suppressing them, you become unshakable. Think about it. The man who can stay calm in crisis, who can handle rejection with grace, who can communicate clearly even when he's upset, that man has real power. That's the man people want to follow, want to be with, want to become. Number 3, real men do what they say. Boys just say what sounds good. Your word is literally everything. It's your reputation, your character, your value in the world. And most people have completely destroyed theirs without even realizing it. Watch how boys operate. They agree to meet you at 6. They show up at 6:45. No call, no text, just whenever they feel like it. They promise to help you move. Day comes, they're suddenly busy. They commit to a project at work. Deadline arrives, it's half done with excuses attached. Their word means nothing because they give it away so easily. And here's what kills me. They don't even see it as a problem. Things came up. I forgot. Something better came along. They think flexibility means they can just bail on commitments. No, that's called being unreliable. And unreliable people get nowhere in life. Real men operate differently. When they say yes, it's a binding contract in their mind. If they commit to being somewhere, they're there early. If they promise to deliver something, it's done ahead of schedule. And if something truly prevents them from keeping their word, they communicate immediately and find a solution. They don't just disappear and hope nobody notices. I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I was the flaky guy. Always late, always overpromising and under-delivering. And I wondered why opportunities weren't coming my way. Then someone I respected told me straight, "Your word is worthless because you don't honor it." That hit me like a truck. From that day, I made a commitment. If I say it, I do it, no exceptions. The transformation was insane. People started taking me seriously. Opportunities appeared. Relationships deepened. Why? Because reliability is rare. When you're the person who actually does what they say, you stand out like a lighthouse in fog. People gravitate towards certainty in an uncertain world. Number 4, real men never stop growing. Boys think they've arrived. Here's a test. Ask someone when was the last time they read a book that challenged their thinking. Ask when they last learned a new skill. Ask what they're working on improving about themselves. The answer will tell you everything. Boys are done. They graduated, got a job, and that was it. Learning phase over. Now they just coast. Same conversations, same habits, same level of thinking year after year. They watch the same shows, hang with the same people, repeat the same patterns. And then they're shocked when life feels stagnant. Real men are obsessed with growth, not because they hate themselves, not because they're trying to impress anyone, but because they understand a fundamental truth. You're either growing or dying. There's no maintenance mode in life. They read constantly, not just for entertainment, but for wisdom. They listen to podcasts during commutes. They find mentors who are ahead of them. They invest in courses, coaching, therapy. They go to the gym not just for muscles, but for discipline. They practice skills until they master them. They have uncomfortable conversations that stretch them. And here's the beautiful part. When you commit to growth, everything else improves automatically. You become a better partner because you're learning about relationships. You become a better professional because you're sharpening your skills. You become a better friend because you're developing emotional intelligence. Growth compounds. The man you are today determines the life you'll have tomorrow. Number 5, real men have purpose. Boys just have pastimes. Ask a boy what he's living for and watch him stumble. I don't know, having a good time? Making money? Not sure, really. He's drifting, reacting to whatever life throws at him. Living for the weekend, counting down to vacation, just trying to get through each day. Real men have a mission, something that gets them up in the morning with fire in their belly. Maybe it's building a business that changes lives. Maybe it's being the father they never had. Maybe it's mastering their craft. Maybe it's making a real impact in their community. Whatever it is, it's bigger than themselves. And that purpose acts like a compass. When opportunities come, they measure them against their mission. Does this move me forward or distract me? When obstacles appear, they don't quit because their why is stronger than any how. When people try to pull them off course, they stay steady because they know where they're going. Purpose gives life meaning. It turns work into mission. It turns challenges into growth opportunities. It turns setbacks into lessons. Men with purpose walk differently. They talk differently. They command respect without demanding it because people can feel that they're about something real. If you don't have purpose yet, that's your assignment, not tomorrow. Today, sit down and ask yourself, what do I want to build? What do I want to be remembered for? What breaks my heart about the world that I could help fix? Your purpose is waiting for you to claim it. Number 6, real men respect women, Boys use them. Let's end with this, because it reveals everything about a man's character. How he treats women when nobody's watching tells you who he really is. Boys see women as objects, conquests to brag about, trophies to collect, ways to feel validated. They lie to get what they want. They manipulate. They ghost. They breadcrumb. They keep multiple women on rotation. They take and give nothing real back. And they wonder why they can't find a quality woman. Brother, quality women can smell your nonsense from miles away. Real men see women as equals, full human beings with their own dreams, fears, and autonomy. They don't put women on pedestals or beneath them. They're not intimidated by successful women. They don't need to diminish women to feel powerful. They celebrate female strength because they're secure in themselves. A real man treats his partner with consistent respect. He communicates honestly even when it's uncomfortable. He doesn't play games. He values consent and boundaries. He shows up emotionally. He splits responsibilities. He doesn't expect a woman to be his mother, therapist, and maid. He's a partner in the truest sense. And single real men, they're honest about intentions. They don't lead women on. They don't make false promises. If they're not ready for commitment, they say that up front. If they are, they show it through actions, not just words. They treat every woman they encounter with basic human decency, whether she's a romantic interest or not. This isn't about being soft. This is about having actual strength. The strength to see people as people, the strength to control your urges, the strength to honor someone else's humanity as much as your own. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Being a boy is easy. It requires nothing. No discipline, no growth, no accountability. Just drift through life reacting to whatever happens, blaming everything else, never changing. That path is comfortable. It's also empty. Being a real man is hard. It requires you to look at yourself honestly, to do the work, to keep your word even when it's inconvenient, to own your mistakes, to grow when it's uncomfortable, to have purpose when it's easier to just exist, to respect others when you could take shortcuts. But here's what makes it worth it. Real men build real lives. They have real relationships. They create real impact. They feel real pride. Not the fake pride of ego, but the deep satisfaction of knowing you're becoming who you're capable of being. So which one are you? Don't answer me. Answer yourself. Honestly, and if you don't like the answer, that's actually good news, because it means you're ready to change. And that decision, right now, to step up and become more, that's the first step toward everything you actually want. If this hit you, drop a comment and let me know which of these 6 you're working on. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Not to call them out, but to call them up. We need more real men in this world. Be one of them. I'll see you in the next one.